Ooh, 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 ooh. Good day, good evening, good night, or wherever you're at in this world, and welcome back to the Notwandi channel. And before we get into the topic, I literally just wanted to point out that I had possibly the worst bathroom incident today. I had to literally rush to the bathroom 3 times today. The first time was at 12 o'clock, and it was diarrhea, but it wasn't as bad. I mean, it was bad enough to the point where I had to put my phone down, and God, it was a terrible fucking mess. And I had to go a second time about 10 minutes right after, and that is when shit literally hit the fan. I mean, quite literally. I don't think I had that bad of a shit in my entire life. My arsehole still fucking burns after that ridiculous shit that I had. And then I got home and I had another shit, and it was just pure pain. And you ever get those toilet incidents where you just have to put your phone down, strip down naked, and then you bend over because you're just quivering in pain as the shit that comes out. It hurts, man. And now I know why people hurt after having anal. Am I right? Okay, that's a solid minute of me just ranting about how bad my shit was, to the point where I barely ate anything and I lost about 1 kilo because I was fucking shitting my guts out. Anyways, let's get back on topic, shall we? Today's video, I really wanted to touch on my addiction and especially how it kind of spiraled out of control and kind of where it all started. So, yeah. I have been struggling with pornography and sexting and whatnot for almost a decade now. I discovered, long story short, I discovered pornography when one of my friends was like, "Oh, that's a RedTube, that's a porn website." Turns out it wasn't Pokemon, it wasn't a fucking Pokemon website, and I'm like, "What the fuck is porn?" And I went home to my dad's computer and I looked it up, and goddamn, I first saw my my bare titties, and everything changed from that moment on. I don't think porn is necessarily inherently a bad thing, but when you think about it from a literal post-nut perspective, you realize you're watching two people have intercourse through your pixelated screen. You're like, damn, like, I'm no better than any cuck on this planet. I've literally cucked myself for 10 fucking years. My God, it frustrates me to the point where, like, that's what I've been doing this entire time. And, I continue watching it here and there. I, jerked my little pecker when I was about 10, so that's, like, what was it? Oh, no, not 10. It was like, fucking God, like, I'm 27, so it's been a while. Like, time has kind of bled by, but that's what I've been doing, and it especially got pretty bad towards my teenage years. The first thing I would do, and dude, it got so bad to the point where I would run home from school just to literally type Pornhub or on the real ones known as Damp Lips, and I would literally spend hours jerking off, finding whatever video to find to get off to. And the addiction got so bad to the point where I would keep on browsing porn videos to the point where I had about 20 tabs open, and I would literally skim through every single video just to find something fucking new. Like, it was bad. Like, I would get bored of the video within a minute, and then I go to another one. Or sometimes I'd just skip the plot entirely and be like, I just want to see, this girl get absolutely railed by this guy, and I just skip to the cum shot. Like, fuck, what am I saying? To where it all finishes, and, and I would literally search up cum shot compilations because I'll be so sick and tired of sex. Like, man, I just want to bust a nut right now, feel me? a bus. But yeah, it it can get real dark. Why am I saying I don't say that. Like I rarely say that, and here I am staggering and stalling in front of a fucking video late at night. But anyways, it would get bad. It would honestly take like it can get real dark to the point where it can take 3 hours to find the right image to get off to. Even when you do, it is just shit. Like I feel so fucking terrible. Like I've done something terribly wrong, and I feel so ashamed to do this deed or action that I would be depressed and unmotivated to do anything. And the cycle continued on and off to today, you know. And then sometime during my teens and even early 20s, I discovered the beauty of sexting. Woo! And the amount of burner accounts that I have made is quite shameful. My god. And even now, like I've given it literally relapsed again, and I really looked at myself in the mirror, and god, I know I looked shit, but I looked even shitty. I was like, man, like, what am I doing with my life? I feel like you reach a certain point with any addiction, you're like, man, I want to change. I can't keep living this degenerate lifestyle of just in my room, just pulling it, like watching pornography and just making all these burner accounts, like Snapchat and Instagram burner accounts, just to satisfy my lust and my incontrollable. I don't have any like impulse control. It's getting really bad to the point where it's completely distracting me from what I want to do and accomplish in life. Even today, I relapsed again today, and it's something that I genuinely want to change. But yeah, this has been my past struggle with it. I feel like it's not an uncommon addiction amongst men. I feel like the whole lust problem is a huge problem in our society with the whole like sexualized. That's a whole nother topic and video to debate on, but I really wanted to kind of get this off my chest that I am still struggling with this addiction, but hopefully it gets better. I'm trying to distract myself and make more videos and do things I want to do. But I hope anyone listening to this video can realize that that pornography addiction can quite literally ruin your life, along with like sexting and talking with random girls who you're never gonna fucking meet. It gets to a certain point where no matter how many like new videos I watch or fucking like weird category I end up in, it never was enough. It was just an endless pit, and after all the shitty relationships I had, I tried to fill that void with just viewing all this degenerate content, and it ended up breaking me even more. But yeah, that's what I really want to talk about today. I have been struggling with this, and I want to really, I guess, stop this and challenge myself and see how much I can improve and change in the last, I guess, towards the end of August. But anyways, I am keeping the upload struggle up. This has been a weird video. Like, I've talked about like shitting and like pornography addiction and stuff like that, but hopefully I get the message across. With I know this is gonna piss off some people, and it certainly did. If you want to quit an addiction, just stop doing it entirely. Just stop and think to yourself, man, what would my parents think? What would my mom think of me? Or my best friend, or anyone I care about, like how ashamed and embarrassed would they be to see me like whacking off to some weird shit online? And I think that was kind of one of the main motivations to really question myself, like, what am I doing and what am I watching? And I really want to improve myself. Although I've had a pretty shit year overall, I think that the year still isn't over yet. There's still time. And I think that's kind of, where I want to be and how I want to improve. Anyways, that's all from me, folks. I think I've literally wasted enough time from everyone. If you made it this far into the video, you're a fucking legend. I will catch you tomorrow as well. So yeah, I'll catch you then. Take care.